We have with us Mr. Masoud Amralla Al Ali, who is the director of the Dubai International Film Festival. It's a real pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Pleasure being with you.
Congratulations. This is the 8th edition of the Dubai International Film Festival. It's a very proud thing for you, for all of us to be a part of. Why don't you start by telling us how this whole evolution has been from the very first DIFF to this DIFF? What is the change?
Plenty of things actually. The festival is something else. I mean, from its inception till now, I think gradually every year we have been developing ideas, trying to have a strategy to stand alone with our own flavor as a festival. Started small, it's getting bigger. I remember in the first year we had only one world premiere. This year we are talking about 46 world premieres. I think every year we are adding some new elements, and we are trying to be a one-stop festival for the filmmakers and for the industry side, so they can come and they can find what they need in this festival.
True. You talked about bringing in new flavors and something new to the industry every year. Even this year, the theme is bridging cultures. How far do you think this theme has justified itself in terms of Arabic cinema and international cinema? Has it bridged the gap between the two?
So many filmmakers and films from different nationalities in one place, and they have the chance to talk and to discuss and to exchange ideas. It's the cultural bridge thing by itself. When we say that I'm a filmmaker from, I don't know, India, and I meet an Emirati filmmaker, and then we discuss, and then we come up next year with a project. That's how it works. Having 171 films in this edition from 54 countries, speaking 32 languages, I think this reflects also the nature of the city Dubai, which 200 nationalities live in peace together. So I think this is the main aim, how to close the gaps between each society or religion or ethnic background, how to bring them together. The beauty of life is to have this variety, and how we can, through the medium of cinema or image, we can exchange those ideas.
That's true. In fact, over the years, you've gone much beyond just bridging cultural gaps. You know, this has become even an educational experience for people who attend. So you have film forums, you know, you have something called Injas, where you provide financial facilities to post-production services. So how did that idea spring up?
I think we looked at the industry itself. I mean, if you are a young filmmaker now, you want to start your career. How can you start it? You need first to learn how to do the business. So that's why we created the forum. And the forum is also divided into two. Young, amateur maybe, or students, and then we have the professionals. So you start from here, learning. You have plenty of workshops and seminars, master classes that really help the young filmmakers how to do things. And then we have the Dubai Film Connection, which is a place where you can develop your scripts. Then we have the Torino Film Lab. Torino is really helping in tweaking the script and give it the international appeal. And from that point you meet producers in Dubai Film Connection. Producers, they provide the fund. Later on you go into shooting the film. Here where Injaz comes to help in post-production the film. And then we have the festival where you can screen your film to the audience. And then we close it with the Dubai Film Mart, which is the distribution, the trade side of the business. At the end, the young filmmaker understands how the business works.
You have countries from all over the world coming for this festival and participating in this festival. But obviously this is also a very big platform for Emirati filmmakers themselves. That's why you have the More Emirati program, in which you're showing our society, UAE society, through an honest lens. Why did you think this was important? Were you trying to rectify an existing misconception, or are you just trying to communicate a local perspective?
I think both. First of all, I think in an international film festival, you need, at the same time, you need to have content from this country. We are encouraging from the beginning the Emiratis to go to this medium, to use it, to reflect their image. I think only in this medium you can see my home, how it is, and how I treat my wife or my kids, or what is our songs, or how we talk, how we think, it all comes through the image. I mean, in Dubai itself, we live like two separate communities. There are the Emiratis and there are the non-Emiratis, and hardly they can meet and exchange ideas. Almost half of the films we have in the festivals are done by Arabs or talk about Arab culture. So I think this is also for the international community, cinema community, this is a destination where they can find alternative films that they cannot find it elsewhere.
True, true. Are you happy with the kind of response that you've received, considering you're doing so much, not just for the local population, but even the international?
Absolutely. I think with Dubai Film Connection, for instance, in the past 5 years, we had 50-something scripts applied. Out of them, around 26 has been realized in co-productions between Arab countries and non-Arab countries. And I think this is helping the industry. So the filmmakers now, they have the chance to produce their films, and with the international standards. Before DIFF, I don't think this exists. How many Emirati filmmakers now we have as a name? I mean, some Emiratis, we know them by heart now, because they are doing films, and they are now, and some Emiratis became like a brand for the Emirates. So I think, yes, the festival is really helping the industry inside the country, in the Arab world, and internationally.
How does this whole process go about? You said you chose 26 scripts out of 50. How do you decide that?
It's a difficult process. We have so many ways of discovering films. For this festival, this edition, we watched almost 3,000 films to select the 171 films. What are the criteria? For me, I can say a good film with a human touch, with a cinematic appeal. There's no like a list that we have it, a checklist where, okay, passed or not passed. I think it's more of a taste. At the same time, we have professional programmers who are watching films all the time, and they seek for films, and through their connections, their knowledge, we get the films.
Is there anything that you've learned in this year's festival that you'd like to incorporate next year?
Every year, I think every edition has its own challenge. I don't think that we face the same issues like year after year.
Like you said, every festival brings in a new set of challenges. What was the most challenging thing that you had to deal with this year?
From the first night, I mean, I think this edition was a mission impossible for us. Yeah, but we made it possible, I think. I mean, with a big film like Mission Impossible, with so many films from different countries, with 171 films, we need to also sustain our credibility.
What is your most favorite part about DIFF? What did you enjoy most?
I mean, watching.
The films, the celebrities.
Yeah, watching movies and no, I think for me, putting things together, like you have different elements from everywhere, and then thinking how to put those stones together to create something beautiful.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. It was really nice meeting you, sir.
Thank you for you. Keep watching Manipal TV.